Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be learning about how to create metadatas, table metadata, DB connections metadata, and file metadata, file delimited metadata. Okay, so mainly first thing you need to understand what is a metadata. Metadata is nothing but data about data. Looks tricky, but we will be having all the table information, schema informations, if in terms of database connections. Second thing is on the delimited files information. Files also has schemas and all these things. So those things repeatedly, if we don't want to create it in the jobs, like if you think that particular connection or that particular file is used in many jobs, you need not create it multiple times. Once you create in the repository in the metadata section, it is enough. You can reuse it many times in many jobs. Okay, so the first I'll try to explain you regarding how do we create a mysql database. Okay, how do we connect mysql to the Talend Studio? So I have already created, I'll edit that and I'll show you. Okay, first thing is, when you create any database, you need to give the name of the database so that whenever you are using it in your jobs or in your project, it needs to be in a very meaningful way. So here I am just giving it as MySQL. Okay, and you need to give the purpose and the descriptions, because in projects and all it is necessary. So here I'm just giving it as the same. Okay, next, and now here you need to select what type of database it is. So we have different databases. Okay, I'm selecting MySQL because I want to connect MySQL. So the DB version, whatever it is, you need to select. Here we have few based on your system and the database what you have, you need to connect. Okay, here these all information where you will be getting. So now let's go to MySQL. Okay, this is your MySQL workbench. Okay, I will try to edit this connection. Okay, here if you see, you have the host name. Okay, so the host name is nothing but the server. Okay, so whatever host name you have here, you will be putting it in this place. Okay, the host name and the port also 3306. Okay, so the port 3306. Okay, next the username and the password. So the username is what is here, and the password, when you create your MySQL database and the workbench, when you are installing it, you will create one password. So that password you need to remember, and that password you need to give here. So the username, login is nothing but username. Is the username what you give here, password, then it is the server what you take from there, host, port, and the database. So when you go into the database, okay, I'm going into this. Okay, when you go here, you see you have many things. Okay, so this is the database which I am trying to select. Okay, so the database, what it is, you need to give the database. Okay, so you will be having many databases. So here currently I am using this one. Okay, that name I have given. After that, you need to click finish. Okay, and it will ask if you edit anytime. Once the thing is done, and if you edit anytime and you want to modify that one in all the jobs, you need to click, do you want to modify? Yes, you need to click yes. If you don't want to modify, you click no. Okay, this is the way of creating a connection in the MySQL. Okay, now we have many tables in this. If you see here, I have many tables in this. Okay, so how do I get all these tables in my Talent Studio? Right, so for that you need to just right click on the connection which just got created and click retrieve schema. Okay, when you click retrieve schema, it asks for what you want to retrieve from the database. I want only tables to be retrieved. I don't want any views or any synonyms to be created. So you click table and you just go there, and when you select the database what you have, I will take all these things. Okay, so there are some things which are already present, so it is asking me, do you want it or do you don't want it? Okay, like this you will be creating. Okay, if, for example, if you don't want all, I just want the actor table to be coming and the some category table. I want only these two. I'll select it, click next, and those all things will come here. You check in the employees, you have these things. In the actor, you have these fields. You're in the category. In the category, you have these fields. So this thing, you check the types. If they are okay, take it, or else you want to change it, you can change it. If you want to change the date pattern, you can change the date pattern. Okay, and then click finish. Okay, now here if you see, the table schemas is there, right? So here you will be having all the tables whatever are retrieved from the schema. Okay, I just drag and drop it here. So here, which type of the component you want it to be, input, output, what it is. Okay, so I want it like a input. So when you click it here, you get all the information. Okay, all the things, you need not enter it again, all is the repository thing. Got it? So this is how you create for the Oracle. Similar way you will be creating for the, uh, previous one was for MySQL. Now the same you can give for the Oracle also. So these all details also will be coming from your Oracle. Let's go to the Oracle. So this is your Oracle SQL developer. I'll just, these are the connection details. Similar if you see here. Okay. Same thing, username. Okay. So the username is system. Okay, username is system. Password also the same. When you create the MySQL, when you create the Oracle database, when you install it, it will give one password that you need to take. Host is local host here. Port is 151.1521. Okay, so here if you see, we have to take the database type based on what you have the information. So Oracle, it has few things. There are some 4 types. So currently I am using Oracle with SID. If you see in your SQL developer, you have something called SID. It is then some service name is also there. If you want, you can give service name, give something there, select Oracle with service name. But I want to take the default one because these all require some more credentials to be happening, but with more extra license and all. So that's why I just take SID. Okay, that details you put here. Okay, and then you test your connection. It's done. So in the MySQL also you can do the same. Okay, just test the connection, click finish. I don't want it to be affected to other things, that's why I click no. Now here also if you see, I just click retrieve schema. Same way, I want only table to be coming. Okay, so here what all tables you want in the schemas, these are the schemas. Okay, so in the schemas, which all tables you want, you can select it and click finish. Okay, so this also the same. Here we will be having, okay, so let's take something and I want it like a DB input, so we can put it here. Okay, so if you want to see what all are present in the table, you can just take tlog row. Okay, and I will sync the columns and I want it to be, and just delete it. Okay, I just want it to look like a table. If you see, when we click sync columns, what all the fields we have here, it comes here. Okay, let's run it. See, I got all the details. Okay, in this way you need to like create the connection. So once you create the connections, what all tables you create in the databases, you can just click the retrieve schema and get those tables. Okay, similarly you can create the delimited data metadata also. I have already created it. I'll just edit it and show you. You need to give the name of the file. What is the name and what does it mean in a meaningful way? Give the purpose why you are creating and what is it about. Okay. Now you need to give the path. Getting it? So where this file is, you need to give the path and what format it is. Okay. The type of format we can check based on the this thing. LF is nothing but Unix. Okay, this show all characters is there, right? So that presents what type of file it is. It is a Unix file. Okay, it is automatically taking. If you think it is wrong, you can select it. So CRLF will be for the Windows type. So if any file is there which is having the end characters as CRLF, you can select the format as CRLF. Windows. So it is a Unix, and if you see what all data is there, it is visible here, the file viewer. Okay. Next, here the encoding is there. So this all depends on your project requirements. So what is the field separator? So you can select few things. Okay, semicolon. By default, it will be semicolon. You can change it because my file is having a comma. So I take it as a comma. Okay. And what is the row separator? Row separator is the end of the line. It's end. Okay. It's a delimited file. Okay. Here the header checkbox, I have checked it, and when we check it, automatically one will come. So what does that mean is I'm telling my file has a header. Okay, so this is a header. It should not be read as the record. Okay, the header, and here if you see, when we refresh it, the data will be present here. Okay. See, set heading column as column name, heading row as column name. You need to check this checkbox to see the output. Okay, you just click finish. Okay, so once you click finish, what will happen? The data will be created, metadata. I'm dragging it and I want it as a T file input delimited. Okay, so the same way you can check if everything is come properly or not. Okay, I'm syncing the columns and I want it to look like a table, and I'll run the job. Okay, see, tlog roda yoda 2. Okay, tlog row. In that we will be having the data. Okay, clear? So in this way you will be creating the metadata. So today I have explained you regarding how do we create a DB connection metadata and file delimited metadata. Okay, I hope this was useful for you, right? Thank you for thank you for your time, and I hope you like my video. Please stay tuned for more videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.